If you are somebody who is looking at trading into the stock market with trading options, but you do not have a lot of cash available, today's video may be able to help you out as you begin your journey. In today's video, we'll be talking about 2 ways that you can trade options without having a lot of money in your account, and that is through what's called debit spreads and credit spreads. So if you're excited for today's video, or you're just curious to find out what these option strategies are, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell notifications for all future uploads. As you will see over in my portfolio, this is not a big portfolio. It's a very, very small one. Again, about $13,000-ish here. This is my trading account that I like to use to trade options with, different strategies. And what we'll be looking at in today's video is how you could trade what's called debit spreads and how you could trade what's called credit spreads. Now, before we get into this, first thing to keep in mind about, you cannot do these advanced strategies, I believe, in a Roth IRA. It has to be an individual account. You'd be approved for advanced level trading as well. This, I believe, on Robinhood is a level 3 strategy here. And the idea behind it is that you're basically creating either a bullish or a bearish position without having it cost an arm and a leg. As you will see over here on the side here, we have quite a few spreads to take a look at. We have Bloom Energy, Super Micro, CoreWeave, Procter & Gamble. We have a VIX one as well, just kind of hedge in case you get some volatility going in. And we also have one on Pepsi, as we'll see right over here. And so you'll see that this is a debit spread. This is a debit spread. And if we keep on going up, these are all debit spreads except for the last one, Bloom Energy, which is what's called a credit spread. Okay, and we're going to talk about how you can open these positions up here, what my thesis is to these trades in case you're not familiar with how it works, and then kind of just show you guys how you can do it with as little as, a couple $100 instead of having, $5,000, $10,000 in your account. So buckle up, stay tuned, sit back, relax, and we're going to get into these trades here. So, for example, and again, I'm someone who is a big believer in promoting the TraderDaddy platform, not because, obviously, I'm an affiliate. I am an affiliate as well. But I am doing a lot of the trades in this account here with this software here. If I'm going to sit here and talk about it, I'm going to do everything in my power to learn the ins and outs of this software here. So that way it's not just me promoting because I want to. I'm promoting because I'm also able to make some money. Believe it or not, I did make some good money on a couple spreads earlier. So we're going to continue this trend here as we go. So here is what I have set up for my filters here. And again, I'm looking at the unusual options flow data. And again, if you do want to get access to this website here, you can do, they have a free trial to sign up with. And if you would like to pay for the premium version, you can use code FRIDGE at checkout. You get 50% off your first month. And then again, if you don't like it, you just have to cancel it after that. The good thing is, again, is that this software right here, this platform is $50 a month. But if you use my discount code, you get it for $25, which means all you have to do is make a trade where you make at least $25 and you pay for the month. And then you have a whole month to trade and trade and trade to make more and more money, and then to pay for the next month and the next month and the next month, so on, so on, so forth. So the half off kind of gives you a bit of a leg up because all you do is put in $25, and then if you make more than that, you can roll that over into the next month when you have to pay for the new month that comes in. Just how I'm looking at this, because that's what I like to think about doing. So as you'll see, my filters I have set up here, I have some stocks here that I liked, that I saw that popped up. So Bloom Energy was one of them, Super Micro popped up today, and CoreWeave as well. And again, I look at the premiums here that we're looking at, which means there's a lot of options being bought into this position here. And it breaks down the strike price, if it's in the money or out of the money, for example, and the expiration date. Bloom Energy was something that was very, very interesting because look at how much premium came in. Almost $20 million on this strike price alone, and another $3 million on this one right here. So overall, combined, over $20 million in premium opened up today, at the time of recording this video here, at a strike price that is about 14% away from the current price. You really shouldn't be putting up this much money unless you have a very, very good reason as to why this would work. And so I was like, okay. So I look into the Bloom Energy stock, and I look into it. I say, okay, you know what? Let me go into, ticker search here. Go into Bloom Energy, as you will see. And then I like to go to, that was, I believe, July 10th. So here's where it comes up. And again, it gives you a lot of data, like the option sentiment is bearish, and all these different days of information, all that kind of stuff that we're looking at here. And this is what I really like about this as well, is that it gives what's called the apex levels. And the strongest levels that you're looking at here are the ones that are the most solid lines. So my most solid line here, which basically means I'm looking at the biggest amount of pull that like a magnet can be pulling the stock towards, is looking at around 250, which kind of goes into the thesis of that big option premium that came in today. So I'm like, okay. So what I did was, instead of me buying this option and being super, bearish on it here, I instead decided to say, you know what? I'm going to go in and I'm going to do what's called a credit spread. Basically, what a credit spread is essentially what you might think about is that you are collecting a premium and getting paid a credit up front. And basically what this option is looking at is saying, hey, as long as Bloom Energy doesn't go to 330, which this is kind of giving data that's going to get pulled down away from that 330-ish mark, which is the gamma flip line over here, that would be where it might go more bullish than bearish. So if it breaks this line here, that might be a little bit more of a problem. But for now, I'm hoping that you're going to get this big pull towards this 250 mark off of the option data that we're being given. So I sold this option here, and I collected, when I sold it, $135 for this trade here. And as you can see, I'm already up $40, which again means I almost can pay for a full month of TraderDaddy based off of just this trade. Or I can pay for the first month already using discount code Fridge at checkout. And so you want to sit there and say, Fridge, how do you open this up here? So this is what you look at if you want to open it up. So you go to View Options. And again, I sat there and said July 10th. And I'm looking at collecting a premium. When you want to collect a premium, you want to sell an option. Either sell a call or you sell a put option if you would like to collect a premium up front. Now, if I sell this call option here, it's like, oh, wow, I'll get paid $945. But the problem is that if it goes to 330, I would have to then be exercised. And that means I would have to give the person who bought this my 100 shares of Bloom Energy. But I don't have 100 shares of Bloom Energy, because I don't have $30,000 or whatever it would be worth if I bought 100 shares of it. So what I do instead is that I buy the 335 as a collateral instead. And it creates what's called a call credit spread. And basically you collect the difference essentially in the premiums here. So right now it's $95, but before it was $135. And my max loss is the difference in the strike prices, which is $5. Again, times that by 100 shares gives you 500 shares worth, or $500 worth, minus the premium that you collect, which would be, in this case, $95. So my max loss is 4 or 5. Basically, you create a defined risk strategy over here. Oh, let me just slide myself over here, so you can take a look at this trade a little bit better here. Basically, what you're doing, you're seeing this trade here, is that you have a defined risk trade here. And again, your max loss is only going to be looking at $400. So for me, it was like 365, I believe, or something like that. Whatever it was I got paid out for my premium, that's where I was looking at getting paid out for, was my max loss. When you open this trade, though, you only need to make sure that you do, in fact, have, if I wanted to get filled here, for example, you can see that this is only going to cost me, I'll get paid up front, the $95, and then $500 has to go aside for collateral, and that's it. So $500 has to go inside for collateral. So all you would need to open this trade is at least $500 of cash available to go in for collateral just in case. And again, this is a very advanced strategy. I have more detailed videos on my YouTube channel that explains how these work. This is kind of just giving you a kind of a quick rundown as to, if you already know how spreads work, this is how I'm using it with the software to hopefully make some good money here. So if this trade does in fact work well, if this trade goes according to plan, and Bloom Energy gets pulled down to this 250 mark down here, which would be absolutely amazing, I will make $135 on only $500 of cash used, which is good. And the good thing about this credit spread here is that Bloom Energy can go to 310, it can go to 320, it can go to 325. As long as it doesn't go to 330 between now and next Friday, we keep $135. That $135 pays for 2 months of TraderDaddy in about a week and a half. Not too bad of a return that you're getting here. Now, there is risk. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not advice. But there is risk that goes with it. Again, my max loss would be looking at $365. So not an amazing return, but again, a decent trade potential to make here, especially if the options chain pulls this stock down to this 250 mark. Doesn't have to go to 250. It can go to like 270 for all I care. I don't care. As long as it doesn't hit the 330 mark, then we're sitting in a pretty good spot and we're good to go. And what I like about this trade here also is that, as you'll see, all these scores here are relatively low compared to this one, which means that the next highest it might get pulled to is 310. And again, 310 is still below my 330 strike price for my short call. So that's looking pretty good. That's kind of what my logic is for these trades here. Again, not a financial advisor. This is not advice. This is kind of walking through what I'm doing. Okay. This is what I like to risk. Okay. These are my trades. But again, all I needed to open this trade up was $500 in collateral. That's all I needed. $500 in collateral. And we're good to go. And again, here's me opening it up right here 6 hours ago at the time of recording this video. In case you want to see more proof that I'm doing this for actually real, I'm not just promoting this platform for no reason. Like, I'm actually using it here as well. So that was one of them. That's called a credit spread because you get paid up front. You collect a credit, which means that they pay you, and as long as it doesn't go to 330, then we collect that $135 and we move on to the next trade and we keep going, which is great. The other trade that you could do instead of a credit spread is kind of think about it in the opposite direction, which is called a debit spread. Okay. So, for example, if we go back over to the option flow data that we're looking at here, at any point, hello. I think it's like tripping out over here. There we go. Going on down. Let me use my filters. So CoreWeave had another one here as well that I was looking at. So CoreWeave had a big sell-off this morning because Meta announced, I guess they're opening and working into data centers with their AI to make a bigger move in that way. And CoreWeave as a data center, I believe, took a big hit like a lot of the memory ones did, like Micron and SanDisk and everything else. But what you'll see here is, again, you have some bullish call options coming in here, over $10 million worth of premiums bought between July 10th and July 17th at the $90 call option here. So, okay, let's take a look. Let's go over to CoreWeave here. Take a look at the CoreWeave option chain here. And I went for mine, I believe I went out to July 17th, as you'll see right here. So I went to July 17th. And what we're looking at here, so taking a look, same thing, right? Looking to see where is the stock have the potential to get pulled to. Well, it got pulled down to 85, and believe it or not, the low of the day for CoreWeave today was $85. So it got pulled down to 85, and now it's hit that level of a potential support. Could it fall further? Of course it could. But it got pulled down to that $85 strike price. Now, if you look here, where is the next highest score? 91 at $100 strike price. And again, a lot of option flow came in for just the $90 strike price. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, that looks pretty good. And then even after this one, the next highest one is the $90 strike price. So I'm thinking that might be more of a magnetic pull towards the upside for CoreWeave for this reason. So what did I do? Well, if I go to CoreWeave, okay, and again, I want to buy a call option, right? This is what's really, really nice about this. And it is down right now, but again, I'm sitting to this trade to see what goes on. If I wanted to buy a call option for July 17th, say I wanted to buy this one right here, it's going to cost me $580. Oh, let me move myself out of the way again. Whoop. There we go. Much better. Sorry about that. So it's going to cost me $580 over here, as we see. Right, here's my little cost basis right there, $580 here. But let's say I don't have that kind of money. Let's say I want to make this trade a little bit cheaper with a small account, for example. I could then go ahead and create what's called a call debit spread by selling a call option that's going to be higher up. And that's what I'm doing here. And as you will see, it's going to cost me, instead of being paid $107, I'm going to be the one paying $107. But I'm going to pay $107. And as you will see is that this is going to say, if it goes to that $90 strike price here, I'm going to have a maximum expected profit of $142. Paid $107, I can collect about $142 or $143, whatever it might be, at close, as long as it goes at least to $90. And again, options data is telling me that's going to be looking at hopefully getting a pull towards that $90+ mark. So if it goes over to $90 or so, I'm making over 100% on my investment in this one trade. And it's only going to cost me $107 to open. So it's a lot cheaper for that reason, which I think is very, very nice. Now, the thing to keep in mind for debit spreads and for credit spreads in general, as you will see, the max profit with just buying a call option is unlimited upside potential. You know, it can be $300, $500, whatever it is. When you create a call debit spread, it does cap your upside, okay? Because you're putting a ceiling at $90 right here. You are putting yourself at a ceiling, which means you can't go higher than $90. You won't make any more money after $90, which is fine for me. Again, it's $107 to make $142. And again, that pays for more than 2 months of this software of TraderDaddy. If you're looking for trades to hopefully start to pay for your monthly subscription and then you have free money to kind of go around with it afterwards, that's the long-term game I'm looking at playing here, right? Make some trades, pay for the month, and then use the rest of that time in the month to then make more money, right? And then use that money to roll over. And then as I become more confident in these trades, to then be able to go out and make bigger trades. That's what I'm looking at right now. Let me give you an example. So let's call debit spread here. What one I did today was on Iron. So Iron, I had a trade on this stock as well. And as you will see, this was opened up on June 26th, which I believe was last Friday, if I'm not mistaken. And I bought it for $165. Again, as you'll see, it's a put debit spread. I like the data that I saw for the options data here. I bought the $45 put. I sold the $40 put, and that created a call debit spread. It's going to cost me $165, as you will see. I was able to close it this morning for $240. I made $75 in a matter of a couple days in the market. So I made $75 like that. It pays for the month. It actually pays for 2 months if you use the 50% off the first month. That's $25 plus a brand new full month. $75 pays for 2 months like that in a matter of a couple days. That's from the option data. Another trade that I did do it on also was Microsoft. Microsoft, I did the same thing last Friday, I believe. I like the option data that came in on that one. And this one, instead of me doing a put debit spread, I did a credit spread and said, hey, I think Microsoft won't go below 350 on June 26th. Opened on the 25th. It was a very risky trade. Closed it the morning of, and I made $40 profit. It cost me $30 to close. I collected $70. I bought it back for $30. I made $40 in a day. Okay. These are spreads, and this is what I'm doing as I'm continuing to trade more and more and more. I made a video last week about doing it with NBIS. I made some decent money on NBIS as well. But as I become more confident, I can then build more and more of my positions up. Right now, though, I'm still trying to get the ideas down as to how to analyze the data provided on TraderDaddy. But right now, we have some decent trades. Bloom 1 is up $40 already, which is very, very nice to see. The Corey one is down a little bit, which it is what it is for that one for right now. We will come back to that one hopefully the next couple of days or so. And then also I did a Pepsi debit spread that Ryan and I talked about on our live stream, I believe yesterday. That's up $28 already. So you don't need a lot of cash to trade spreads, but you could use it to get some very good ROIs if done correctly. And let me tell you, this software so far has helped me be able to trade it hopefully better. And again, this is still a newer software that I'm using here, but I'm somebody who likes to say, if I'm going to promote this and say, hey, sign up for it and try it out yourself, I'm also going to be totally using it and getting as much as I can out of it and learning from it so that way I can help you guys out here to the best of my abilities, which is what I'm looking at right here and hoping for the best. So that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did make this part of the video, as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those bell notifications for all future uploads. This is how you can start trading stocks with as few as like $100. You can even go even cheaper if you want to. You can do $50 if you want to. But you can trade options with major stocks with as little as $100. And you can potentially get paid enough to get the software covered every single month. Discount code FRIDGE at checkout, 50% off your first month. Try it out. You get a free trial as well when you sign up using my link. Feel free to try it out, see if you like it or not. Hope you make money in the market in some way, shape, or form. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.